Hello everyone. Today we will learn what is loops in Python. In Python, loops are control flow statements that allow us to repeatedly execute a block of code as long as certain condition is true or for a specific number of times. It means that our block of code will execute until our condition is true or the specific number of times we wrote in our code. Let's see types of loops. First one is for loop. What is the purpose of for loop? It iterates over a sequence like list, tuple, string, or range of numbers. Then how it works? For each item in the sequence, the code block inside the for loop is executed. Let's see this with an example. I will mention some fruits name inside the array. And inside the array I will use string for writing the name of the fruits. Then I will use for, then I have to find the fruit name inside the fruits, then I will print fruit. Now let's see the output. Here now you can see all the name of the fruits which I wrote here is in our output. So it is not necessary to write fruit only. Here you can write anything like A, but the one thing is that you have to mention the same name here also A. Now you can see the same output. What if you write fruit here? It is saying that name fruit is not defined because we didn't mention fruit anywhere in our code. So we have to mention the fruit here also. Now we can see our exact output. Now use this with an range. We can use range function to create a sequence of numbers of iteration. Now let's see this with an example. I will write for I in range. I will give the range like 3. Then I will print I. Now let's see our output. Now you can see that 0, 1, 2 is our output. Whenever we use range, it always prints from the starting 0 only. If I wrote here 5 also, then our output will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's check. See. So total range is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But it always start with the 0 only. Now we will see the while loop. What is the purpose of while loop? Execute a block of code repeatedly as long as condition is true. Then how it works? The code inside the while loop continues to run until the condition becomes false. Here is an example of while loop. Now let's see this with an example. First I will mention count is equal to 0. Then while I will let count till 3. Then I will print count. Then I will increment the count with 1. Now let's check our output. I will comment it out. Now you can see our output from 0 to 2 because our count starts from the 0, so it is starting from the 0, and I wrote here count less than 3, so our number is less than 3. What if I make it 1? Then our count will start from the 1 and output is 1 and 2. If I make it here is equal to, then our output will be 1, 2, 3. Is it clear? So now let's go for the another. It is nested loop. A nested loop is a loop located within the body of another loop where the outer loop controls the number of complete execution of the inner loop. It means that there is a loop inside a loop where the outer loop controls the complete execution of the inner loop. Now let's see this with an example how it works. First I will write for I in, I will write the range 3, then I will write print f. This is our outer loop iteration. I will write curly braces and then I will mention I because we want our output from that only, from here. So now let's check our output. It is showing outer loop iteration 0, 1, 2 because I have mentioned range 3. This is our single loop. Now go for the nested loop. Now again I will write here for j in range. I will make it 2, then I will write print j sorry, not j, f inner loop iteration. Again I will mention I here. Now let's see our output. For better understanding I will give you some space. Now you can see here now you can see our outer loop iteration starts from 0 because I mentioned it here for I in range till 3. So as I told you earlier, our every iteration will start with the 0 only. So now see how this code works. First, it will go with the outer loop iteration. It go with the outer loop iteration 0. Then it will go inside this inner loop. Then here it will print 2 times inner loop because I mentioned here range 2. As soon as it becomes 2, the condition becomes false, then it will again come back to the outer loop and again it will print our outer loop iteration 1. Then again it will go back inside our inner loop. Then again it will print 2 times inner loop. Then it will go back to the outer loop because our range is a 3. Then it will print again outer loop iteration 3. Then it will again come back inside our inner loop. It will again print 2 times inner loop. Then again it will go and check with the outer loop, but here condition becomes false because the range is 3. Now first, second and third iterations is now printed, so our range is completed, so condition becomes false and our code will execute outside. Now no further execution will happen. This will be our final output. And here one thing, you can write anything here. It is not necessary to write I only, you can write A also. But one thing is, but you have to change here A or A. I is not mentioned because I changed with the I. Here you have to write the A. Now you can see our output is correct. So naming convention is very important in any programming language. Okay, thank you. That's all.